Hello, and a very warm welcome. My name is Hostname, and as a hotel AI expert, I've had a front row seat to the incredible changes happening in modern hospitality. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you from the Europe Hotel School to this part of your online learning journey. Today, we are going to explore a quiet revolution that's reshaping our industry. We're stepping inside the hotel of the future, from the restaurant floor to the heart of the kitchen, to see how AI and robotics are creating a new standard of excellence. So let's get started. This quote. This really gets to the heart of everything we're going to talk about today. You see, this isn't about replacing the human touch. Not at all. It's about empowering it. We're using technology to handle the heavy lifting, the repetitive tasks, so that our teams can focus on what truly matters, creating those incredible, personal, and memorable experiences for our guests. It's about mastering the science of delivery to perfect the art of service. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, think of this as a virtual tour. We'll start at the front of the house, where guests see these changes firsthand. Then we'll look at how smart delivery works across the entire property. From there, it's behind the scenes into the back of house, into the kitchen. And finally, we'll tie it all together by looking at the numbers, the efficiency equation, and talk about what this all means for the new standard of high-tech, high-touch hospitality. All right, our first stop is the dining room. This is probably the most visible place where this new partnership between humans and machines is happening. It's where guests are really starting to see and feel the difference, and where the hotel can meet that modern expectation for instant, seamless service. And this is one of the stars of the show. Meet Servi from Bear Robotics. Now, it's really important to think of Servi not as a waiter, but as the perfect assistant to the waiter. Its whole job is to navigate the chaotic, unpredictable environment of a busy restaurant, safely and efficiently. And this is where the magic really happens. By taking over the simple but physically demanding job of running plates from the kitchen, Servi solves a bunch of problems all at once. Hot food gets to the table piping hot every time. The physical strain on your staff? It's dramatically reduced. But here's the biggest win. Your servers get to stay on the floor, in their sections, where they can be present with their guests, anticipate their needs, and provide that next level of service. What we're really looking at is a complete evolution of the service model. Think about the old way. Servers are constantly pulled between the kitchen and their tables. This leads to fatigue, divided attention, and sometimes service that just isn't consistent. But in this new robot-assisted model, technology handles the logistics. The results? A human team that's more focused, more energetic, and more dialed into the guest than ever before. But of course, a hotel is so much more than just its restaurant. Great service has to extend everywhere, from the lobby, up the elevators, and down the long corridors to the guest rooms. Guests want that same speed and efficiency no matter where they are on the property, and that requires a totally different kind of delivery solution. And that's where a solution like KiwiBot comes into play. You can think of it as the go-to delivery expert for the entire hotel. Need a late-night snack sent up to room 805? Or maybe fresh coffee for the morning meeting in the business lounge? KiwiBot is designed to handle those kinds of complex, property-wide deliveries with total precision. The key word here is reliability. KiwiBot uses machine learning to get smarter every day, mastering the art of navigating busy lobbies and calling its own elevators. It can work 24/7, meaning the last delivery of the night is just as fast as the first. This creates a level of consistency that's honestly almost impossible to maintain with a human-only system, especially when things get really busy. Okay, now for my favorite part. Let's head behind the curtain and into the back of house. The guest experience really begins right here, in the kitchen. And this is where we're seeing another kind of revolution, one that's all about precision, consistency, and unleashing the creativity of the culinary team. And this is Flippy from Robotics. Now, let's be perfectly clear. Flippy is not a chef. Flippy is the ultimate kitchen teammate. It's a sophisticated AI-powered arm that's designed to handle some of the toughest, hottest, and most repetitive jobs in the kitchen, like working the deep fryer or the grill. The impact Flippy has is just profound. It uses thermal sensors to cook food to the perfect temperature every single time. This consistency is incredible. It practically eliminates human error, which cuts down on food waste. And the best part? It frees up talented line cooks and chefs from doing that monotonous work. Now they can focus their energy on what they love, creating new flavors, designing beautiful plates, and practicing the real art of cooking. So we've seen these amazing assistants working in different parts of the hotel. But what happens when you put it all together? Let's zoom out and look at the big picture. What does this all mean for a hotel's bottom line? Well, the numbers really do tell a fascinating story. This is the number that makes every operator pay attention. Projections show that by 2026, hotels that strategically integrate robotics can see a reduction in labor costs of 20 to 25%. That's not a small number. That is a massive factor in the long-term financial health of any hospitality business. But it's so much more than just saving money. Just look at the direct impact on the quality of service. Table turnover increases, which means more revenue and shorter waits for guests. Order accuracy approaches 100%, which builds trust. And wait times for just about everything, they're drastically reduced. This isn't just better, it's exactly what the modern guest demands. And we have to look at this technology in the context of the real world, right? The entire industry is facing chronic staffing shortages. It's a huge challenge. These robotic systems offer a strategic solution. They build a reliable foundation of service, ensuring that the essential tasks always get done, which helps hotels stay competitive and, frankly, profitable. So this brings us to the final and I think most important idea. When you combine all of these pieces, the automation in the front, the smart delivery everywhere else, and the precision in the back, you aren't just adding some cool gadgets. You are creating an entirely new philosophy of what it means to provide hospitality. And that philosophy is high-tech, high-touch. It's the perfect marriage of robotic precision and genuine human warmth. The technology works seamlessly in the background, handling all the mechanics of service. And what does that do? It amplifies our ability to connect on a human level. The result is a guest experience that is faster, smarter, and somehow even more human. So as you continue on your professional journey, I want to leave you with a question to think about. As technology gets better and better at handling the tasks, what new skills will define a great hospitality professional? The future, your future, will be defined by mastering the human element. Empathy, creative problem solving, and the simple, powerful ability to make a real connection. The choice was never technology versus people. The future is about learning how to lead right at the intersection of both.